I'm Florence, I'm head of sales at CharlieHR, and we provide a HR solution for mostly small businesses who want to get their HR right from the start, but can't necessarily afford like a big, complicated platform. It's really user-friendly, and yeah, it gets people started in the right way. So we first started looking at our marketing because essentially, CharlieHR only brought in a sales function about a year and a half ago, which is pretty wild considering the company's been going for 7 years. So it's a really small sales function. It was just me and one other person. And when you've got such a small team, you know, we wanted to do all this experimentation and we wanted to try and bring new leads in, get better at closing the existing leads we already had. We had so much stuff that we wanted to try and achieve, but a limited amount of time and a really small team. So we thought potentially outsourcing that, not just to save us time, but also to sort of accelerate into that level of expertise that we didn't necessarily have. We were looking for someone that was willing to be really flexible with us because, again, working in a startup, things are changing all the time and we didn't know what our needs were necessarily going to be from 1 month to the next even. So we were looking for someone that could bring us that, adapt with us basically, and we're quite receptive to that sort of change rather than, you know, locking us into these really long contracts and distant promises of success. One of the things that struck me most in the onboarding process was how many questions marketing asked us. So it wasn't just, oh, provide us with some information and we'll go and figure it out. Like, there were a lot of conversations even before the, you know, official start date, which I really respected because it meant that we were able to do all that preliminary work before official day one. Just the sheer MRR that we were able to bring in each month without relying on hiring one external person and going through the training and the risk as well. That's another big thing. I think the acceleration of growth that we've seen in this last couple of months, don't underestimate the kind of power of that time saving and the flexibility and the expertise when you roll all those things into one and then have those delivered by a really sort of friendly, professional, ambitious team. I think it's easy to try and cut corners with that stuff and like, oh, it doesn't really matter about this detail or this detail. Like we can do this easier if we do it ourselves. We can do it easier if we cut this corner. But no, it's absolutely worth going through someone who knows what they're talking about.